Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik again, and this is the game War in the Pacific Admits Edition. This is my play-by-play match against Xargun. He is allied commander for me, it is the Empire of Japan. This is scenario 1 on game version 26B. We arrive at the 10th February 42, and yeah, my landings around Pago Pago are continuing, plus my main thrust against Java is on the way. So we will see if there's any reaction coming from Xargun. First I can find how to call this, an airplane cargo ship? Yeah, I would say. So it's a AKV, so it's a cargo ship specialized for transporting airplanes. But you cannot fly from this cargo ship. But you can save maintenance time. So far I know is you can load them in one turn and unload them in one turn, and I think they need only one turn to reassembling the airplanes after unloading from the AK. And if you do use a normal AK, I think it's 3 to 4 days, so something like this. But no sinking sound, only damaged cargo ship. It is at the end a cargo ship, only with some special functions. Good, picking up here all the smaller dot bases. And no night engagement. Okay. I'm still waiting for any allied strike against my invasion fleet. These are all wrong, faulty reports. Of course, yeah, the Doniers, they are correct. They're coming, scouting my airplanes, well, my ships. But I locate no enemy task force. I also sweep here over the British units, hoping to have engaged here enemy long range cap, but no. So I go back to ground attacks, China. No hits, or very little impact only. This is all rough terrain, so nothing really surprisingly for me. But no enemy flak, so all these units are low on supplies. At least they don't have enough supplies to afford to try to shoot down my airplanes. So nearly no damage. Here is a Dutch and open terrain. This is the other story, so I can inflict damage. Some scouting of Palmbang to see how the situation there now. Up to now, I think I had 3-4 times recon pictures of Palmbang. I always monitor the situation if something is changing. Also, my navy search is making it nearly impossible. Only submarines can operate at around Palmbang. So I want to avoid this Jochen disaster. I mean, up to now it's not a disaster. We will see how successful Jochen can take Palmbang. lot of noise at the end, but nearly no direct hits. Oh, one too fast. So some blue reports for me, so I report my own ships, but the allies can check my positions. No big airstrike out of Surabaya. I still expect the Dutch bombers to attack my landing forces, but I don't know, maybe Xargun is waiting for other better moment. So I try here to take this hex away from the Chinese. They are not so strong, more or less only these two Chinese corps had, I think, roughly 20% of their attack value. But it's not working. Yeah. Not that I really have a lot of destroyed. I have only disabled, but I also cannot overcome the Chinese. It's still triple terrain, high mountains, or mountains, rough terrain, something like this. So hard to inflict damage. So this is only a bombardment, but the bombardment is fine. Can chip away some of the Chinese units. This is only pinned down. And now I take the mountain, source of Surabaya. No enemies here. So nice. And okay, today the Filipinos are off the map. Now finally, the last one. So no clash of Dutch-Japanese Air Force. I expected this, but no. And my Air Force in China was, not really powerful, inflict any damage on the ground, but cannot always be successful. At the end, air losses are operational all over the map. This is a transport airplane, so somewhere Xargun is transporting supplies. I would guess maybe from India to China. And the rest is only small stuff. And still 2 pilots are dead. Yeah, but it's okay. We had, one of my submarines damaged this enemy cargo ship, but there was no sinking sound, so, and it was next to Colombo, so it's likely now damage in Colombo. And there's a shipyard, so there's an easy way to fix this damage, let's say this. And China first, no battle, so no change. We had here one battle, but I was not able to defeat them. So I could attack again, but I don't think it makes sense. It only will consume my units, so I break and wait. Get the additional forces in my units. Here switch off the upgrades. Defense, all units, defense. Break up and get here also additional forces, good. I see that the Chinese are retreating out of the hex for some reason, maybe, I don't know how strong they are, maybe this is only base forces, not so sure. I could attack here with my assault tank groups. These are really fighting units. Not that I will take the base overnight, but if the Chinese don't have really anti-tank guns, then it's very hard for them to inflict damage. We will see. But everything, well, not much else here to say. Yeah, the Chinese arrive. It's a city, at least with some of the units, or most of the units. But I already retreat out. I will not fight for this. This is only a police force. They're not for fighting. They're only for garrison duty. So they're moving out. I was only waiting there for up to the last moment. So now I can leave the hex. So that this hex will not automatically flip to the Chinese, and that Xargun need at least or must wait here one turn to take the base. I need a little more time than my other Wenchao army is arriving, but they are on the way. So, and I can make here 30 miles per day on the highway. So I need maybe, these are 2 days, 4 days. I will arrive in Amoy, roughly speaking. 5 days. Yeah, maybe 5 days. Still, yeah, roughly. The Burma, nothing. No enemy long range cap over the units. This would be an opportunity to fight you over a more or less neutral hex. I think if I'm not sure how this will be handled by pilots if you fight over a non-owned hex, or if this is owned by the allies. Not 100% sure how this will work with the pilots, but better I fight over this kind of hex than over enemy bases. I see here some fighters and I expected here long range cap, but no. My submarine still, after some time they found an enemy cargo ship, but no sinking sound. A little unlucky. Singapore, I will maybe attack soon again. I'm less than 20 disruption, so ready for striking. Oh. The Thai units are all a little burned out, but the Japanese divisions are okay, both under 20. That is okay. Maybe one more attempt to take Singapore. So the big hotspot is now these days around Java. My amphibious soldier landing group was able to take the base, so I secure this base now. So I can now unload every unit without landing accidents, more or less, let's say to 99%. No enemy fire more, so now I can unload here divisions and all the heavy equipment much easier. And I can also bring in fighters, because here is an airfield. It's only a level 1 airfield, but it's ready. And this means I can run here cap. So one single engine defense missions, I think, but no offensive missions, so no, I think no sweep is possible, no airstrikes, no navy bombardment, but cap is working with level 1. So this means I have local cap, and this is much better because I have really only here escort carrier. The amount of airplanes are too little to really handle a big strike from the Dutch. And I expected here, well, maybe 50 bombers coming or something like this. Yeah. So far this operation was successful. I took the base. I'm next to Surabaya, so I can enter Surabaya in 3 days more or less. Even 2 days. It's only, this is a highway, so I can walk in 2 days into Surabaya and then already attack. And I don't see here too much attack power, so, and this is clear terrain, so could be easy taking Surabaya, we will see. My division is also on the way to Balikpapan and is crossing, so next turn we have a battle of Balikpapan. And on top, I don't know more. Yeah. I also have here I was waiting for Singapore to fall and then take pumping, but I really have not more the time. I must continue with my operations. And at the same time, my units this was all units fighting in Surabaya, but they was more or less defeated or broken or damaged, not destroyed, but had heavy disabled units. And I took them out, and was ready, or is still loading a little more. But I took here, I think, a tank and 2 Navy Guard guys, something like this. Load them here. I have only 2 destroyers for escort, so this is light stuff. But I have fighters. I can give a long range cap over my task force with my zeros. It's not enough to defeat a strong incoming strike, but for this Doniers and maybe Catalinas, if there's only 2-3 coming, this is okay. Good. And at the same time, I must prepare some aviation support. So I must not only take Palmbang, I also need an aviation support once I took the base, that I can immediately move in my own fighters, that I have local air cover. Yeah, good. And the Filipinos are now secured. Finally done. The resting of my divisions are also more or less done. I have here 1 division left. This needs, I can make roughly, I can heal or reactivate 2 to 3 squads per turn, so maybe 3 more days, and this division is completely back at active or at maximum combat value. I think all the other divisions are already on the way. Yeah, this is the last division here in Manila. I have here 1 division is loading. Other division is still also healing. It makes no sense to load 2 divisions at the same time. Yeah, and this one was already completely healed. And I bring more or less 1 more division maybe for Java, and other stuff I need to take Timor, Ambon, Kendari. These are normally not the strongest the bases, but I won't take them quickly and easily. So, and I'm not sure if maybe Xargun reinforced one of them somewhere a little stronger. And the division would normally take always every base, if there's not an enemy division, or at least a regiment. Nothing else here, so I get some recon pictures. Sometimes they're old, sometimes they're new, but sometimes the allies they have here a forward base and using this for B-17 strikes against shipping for Moresby, but so far nothing. I see nothing. I see really no shipping. If there's shipping, it must be really at the edge of the map, or always only Perth side, and nothing here at the east side. My carriers are on the way. I don't encounter here anything. I must create here also a forward base, that I have here more Navy search. Up to now I have only Navy search for Norfolk Island. That is okay, but the range is limited to 1 hex north of Wellington. So I can only see incoming, outgoing ships from Auckland or going this direction. Yo, that was all. Nothing else. I pick here still some bases and prepare for the final attack on this French mini garrison, and then they have the Americans at Pago Pago. And then the campaign is over at the Soma Islands. Good, see you next time. Take care, bye bye.